I've been meaning for a couple of years to get a good keto meter, and start checking my ketones. I did. I was talking with John a couple of days ago, and he suggested this one. I never really investigated, and John is great with investigating the quality of devices. He suggested the Keto Mojo. So I'm going to unbox this today. I'm cheating somewhat because I've unboxed it already. It arrived with the Amazon packages about 2 hours ago, and I went ahead and opened it and did it. If you've done a blood finger stick, this is fairly easy. But first, before we get into the re-unboxing, just to show you what's in there, let's talk a few minutes about why you'd want to do ketometry. Well, if you're on a keto diet, or this is a good website I'd recommend it, the Quantified Body. They're talking here about fasting. If you're doing mimic fasting, regular fasting, water fasting, any types of fasting, you're burning fat. Anytime you burn fat, you are creating ketones. I'll talk about that in the biochemistry in just a second. I'm not going to get too deep into this. I'll cover this in a later video. But again, as you start burning fat, usually between 16 and 48 hours of your last meal containing carbs, then you start getting into a ketone burning mode and start showing ketones. So that's a great way to know whether or not you're burning fat. Now, see, I actually started fasting again about 16 hours ago. So we'll see what my number was in just a minute. First, a quick comment about why ketones. Why do you get ketones when you're not eating carbs, and why do you get ketones when you're fasting? This is triglyceride. This is fat. That's the yellow stuff that is hanging in places under your skin and other places that you just don't want it to hang. Here, it's a glycerin molecule with 3 fatty acid chains. These are these chains coming off. Here's another view of it. Again, here's the triglyceride up at the top. Here's the glycerin molecule. Here's the fatty acids. So again, you start burning fat. First thing it does is break that glycerol off and then breaks the fat off. And for those of you who may remember, we've talked about NAD, NADPH, the mitochondria, oxidation, what goes on in the mitochondria. And as you see here, you start with a free fatty acid, which you just knocked off of the triglyceride. And then you start doing some things to it, mostly oxidation. And as you oxidize it, you turn into beta-ketoacyl-CoA, or one of the ketones. These are ketone bodies, the carbon with two oxygen bonds to the same oxygen. And that's what you're looking for. So we can go a little bit deeper if we have interest later on, just make a few comments. First of all, though, let's get back to the Keto Mojo. You can find user guides. And in fact, you've got user guides in the box itself. It's got a package with the information, with the instruments in it. And again, you've got Keto Mojo user guides. You can find them very easily on the web, and that's what these are right here. You can go in, they have different specific guides. This is a guide for the ketone strips themselves. Now, let's go back. Well, I'm giving away some of my own secrets here. I measured it coming out of the blocks at 3.5. Now that's a little bit high, not dangerously high at all. In fact, if you go back to the Quantified Body site, you see this individual was getting up into the 5, 6, and 7 range at day 3 of his water fast. So again, this is what you see in the packet. You get the device itself, you get glucose strips, because it does glucose as well, and you get the keto strips. This is very much like a glucometer, including the lancet. You take the lancets, you get lancets with it. You put the lancets in the lancet device. And actually, there's a little key. Before you get confused, I had to look it up. There's a little key here which can tell you, confirms that you're using the right device and that it's been packaged appropriately. You place that key in the strip area, and it shows the number here, 951 and 951. So that lets me know that I've got the right device. Everything, according to them, everything was packaged appropriately. Now I get out a keto strip, and just like with a blood glucometer, I'm going to do blood ketometry. I'll take so that's ready for my load the device. That didn't do it. Yep, hopefully that'll get me a little bit of blood there, as you see. A little bit of blood so I can test my ketones again. And again, I'll tell you why I came out of the blocks. It's doing a countdown for me. I came out of the blocks at a 3.5 about an hour ago, and 4 now. So why is mine so high? I ate last night at 3 o'clock, or at about 18 hours ago. Here's why. I've been doing a 48 to 60 hour fast weekly for the past month. I needed to lose weight. As many of the viewers know, I have atrial fib. My atrial fib tends to kick up when I get significantly over 160 pounds. I was doing a lot of traveling, wasn't watching my diet very well, got up to about 162, 164. I was on low carb. I'm living proof that you can gain a lot of weight on low carb. But I started cutting down, adding this 2-day fast to my week about a month ago, and I'm back down to 152, 154. So, and I feel great. So that was the device. Again, unfortunately, I realized that I was having problems getting the camera to show what we needed to show. So I took the light off and took the picture again. Now, again, what are some of the list, the range, the values that you can see with ketones? As you see here, normal diet with a lot of carbs, you're not burning not burning much fat. Once you get post-exercise, fasting 48 to 72 hours, you can get up to a ketone level of 2 to 3 millimoles per liter. Again, more information. This just shows you how, this is in the packet, by the way, and it's on the web, and it shows you the process we just went through. I hope this has been short enough for you to for it to manage your time well, but I hope it's been detailed enough as well to help you understand how to get ketometry. Thank you very much for your interest.